beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and the ideas of right doing, there is a field. I will meet you there. And I love living in that field. That field is what Eckhart Tolle calls the now. The conscious space in which all form, thoughts, ideas, physical matter arises, at least from a spiritual point of view. And the hardest thing for me at this point is practicing something that Eckhart calls being as interested, being at least as interested in your reactions to your own ideas or situations that arise as you are in the situation itself. And that just simply means being able to witness without judgment, just being in full presence and witnessing whatever comes up in the moment. For example, I'll give you a perfect example. Yesterday it was a friend's birthday, and I had all these plans. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and make a cake, and I'm going to get this present, and so forth, and we're going to go ice skating and everything, and he's going to come at 3, and John's going to be here next, and Martella's going to be, all these different people are going to be here. And, the people showed up. But things didn't go according to my idea, the way I had this fixed idea that I had. My friend came later, much later than expected, too late to go ice skating later on after all the festivities were over. I burnt the cake slightly, but it was still good. It was still good, it was just burnt a bit. So there was a point where we're all, three of us, 2 had left, 3 of us were talking about spiritual matters in our, we tend to do this, we go on and talk about our own particular spiritual experience like I am now. And in my mind I was thinking, this is not what I planned. We were supposed to go ice skating, I burnt the cake. So my mind creating this, reacting to the situation that I didn't like here. And something again said, just witness this. It didn't turn out the way it turned out. That's fine. And then of course, my mind wasn't satisfied with that, of course. My ego was just like, no, we can't just, so it starts focusing on all these negative experiences, what I was perceiving as negative experiences. And I was trying to resist them to a degree, and something again inside just said, okay, it was crap. This whole day was crap. So I allowed that feeling, that emotion to arise without judging it, without trying to dismiss it, without just witnessing it. And it went away. It was just like it didn't matter anymore. The feeling was still there, I should say. It started to dissipate, but it didn't have that emotional, it wasn't like I was on an emotional roller coaster ride anymore. It was like I had gotten off the ride and was just like, okay, I'm finished with that now. On to the next thing. So I was able to become more present in that moment, listening to my friends talk about their spiritual experiences. And so this is the idea, this is a very key I'm realizing in spiritual growth, in any kind of growth, to be fully present in order to attain deep peace and transcend suffering. The practice needs to be actually becoming more interested in my own reactions to the phenomenal world, to situations arising, to my reactions actually, becoming more interested in my reactions to things than the things causing them, because this will lead me inward, and that's the whole journey of awakening, is to go inward. So that was really cool to see. Yeah, so that's the field, This is the field Rumi is talking about. This is what Eckhart says is the now. It's different names, the field, now. Master Yoda calls it the forest. On a spiritual level, I really think that when Master Yoda says, use the forest, he is talking about entering the now, entering that field where you're able to perceive things directly and not be trapped in your head, not be led astray by your emotions and so forth. So it's really, really, really interesting. Another name for this is the kingdom of heaven. when Jesus says, the kingdom of heaven is now. Is now. Where else can it be but now? So different names, different teachers use different names depending on the culture, but essentially they're pointing to the same truth, and that is something very encouraging, and I hope that all beings eventually recognize this and accept the beauty of each tradition, of each religious tradition, but also recognizing the essential truth that all these masters are pointing to. So with that, namaste.